Alright guys, what's going on? It's Jack and welcome back to another video, and I am excited to be bringing you the official sequel or episode 2 to my mouse and keyboard experience basically. And this is 4 months later to the day actually. It was December 5th of 2020 when I posted about making the transition to mouse and keyboard, and I was hoping that you guys would go along the journey with me. And this is a video fast forwarding basically to 4 months later since first trying out mouse and keyboard. And the last time you saw this video here, which was 4 months ago, I basically was playing Black Ops Cold War against bots, and I was just basically learning the basic movements and maybe occasionally shooting something here or there, fat fingering keys left and right. And fast forward 4 months later, we get basically this. This is a very organic gameplay. It's not my best, but it's certainly not my worst. But there's also like a few moments to where basically I'm proud of a couple of the clips in this very particular gameplay, to put it simply, especially when you compare to where I used to be. And the support that I've been getting from people to try it and to not be intimidated by it, and the learning experience overall, learning a whole bunch about PCs, has been a tremendous experience. And at the same time, I also wanted to give you guys something exciting in this video. I want to reveal to you the specs of the two possible builds that I am going to invest in by the time my birthday hits. My birthday is on September 21st, and I will be 37. Holy shit. And these I've got two builds that I'm thinking about ordering. One is going to be like an investment to where I am not going to spend anything else on it for a very long time except for games. And the other one is basically like a good solid PC, gaming PC, but like maybe 3 years later or so, I'd probably turn up a notch. But the thing is, like, there's definitely a part of me that wants to go all out, and there's definitely also a part of me that says, hey, YOLO, you might as well do it, you know what I mean? So, and I have yet to actually experience the full PC experience. This is on PS4, okay? So, like, very, very recent gameplay, like 30 minutes ago gameplay. So I have yet to experience anything over 60 frames per second. My current rig right now is too weak to record and or experience any frames higher than that. Way too weak, way dated. So I can't wait to see the difference between 60 to and to feel it as well, between 60 and 144 hertz. And Difo actually worded it best to me. He basically says, dude, once you see it, you can't unsee it. One of the first things I realized that even 60 frames per second is better on PC than it is on console. I don't know how to fully explain it, but I've done a lot of research on PC and stuff like that, to say the least. And I have a lot more knowledge now, but at the same time, I'm still confused as fuck. But again, I've only been at it for 4 months. I'm a PC noob, but I'm proud of it. And I say it humbly and proudly. So, but anyway, let's talk about these two builds. Now, obviously, thanks to the scalpers out there, it is impossible to get parts for the build that you want, basically because they're jacking up the prices, and God knows if you'd even get what you bought. Granted, you give those type of people money and expect them to hold up their end of the bargain, especially for that kind of crazy price. So the thing is that in this situation, it's better to get a pre-build, and at the same time, there's the warranty and stuff like that. They both have their pluses and minuses. So I am definitely thinking about getting either one of these two NZXT builds, and I've modified them so that way it's not just, oh, click here to get this build or something like that. I also made some modifications because I am thinking about the long run, and the thing is, ultimately, at one point or another, I will upgrade, and if I get the more expensive one, which I'm going to tell you the specs in just a minute, it'll be a much longer time before I upgrade. But anyway, let's get into the specs, because I'm sure you guys are very interested into what I am interested in getting. And of course, for those of you guys that have more experience on the matter with PC gaming than I do, can give me your thoughts on this bad boy, on these two bad boys right here. So, and let me know, and feel free to educate me. I'm very, very excited to hear your feedback on this, for those of you guys that know a hell of a lot more than I do. So, okay, so the first one, and I'm scrolling through my laptop here so I can read it to you guys out loud. So the first one is It's basically it's a 3070 build. So, the case is a H710i, black and red. The GPU is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. The CPU is an Intel i9 10900K, 10 core at 3.7 gigahertz. The cooling is an NZXT Kraken X63. The motherboards is an MSI MPG Z490 gaming edge with Wi-Fi, and then the RAM is basically 16 gigs. 32 would be a little bit overkill. It's a G.Skill Trident Z Royale RGB 3600 megahertz with 16 gigabytes. So, and then you've got 1 terabyte of SSD. It's a Samsung 970 Evo Plus, and the power supply is a Seasonic Focus GM at 850 watt gold. So that is the first build, and this thing basically runs at $2,300. It is definitely not cheap, and I certainly don't look at it as low end, even though I basically described it as the lower end. I might even go slightly lower if I need to or whatnot, depending on where I'm gonna be by the time September hits. I'm sure I'll be fine, but this year with the pandemic, or should I say last year with the pandemic, or these last 365 days or whatnot have been very eye-opening. So, but rest assured, I am definitely taking care of the important necessities first before I even make this purchase. So, and now we're gonna go into the main event, the bad boy that I am tempted into getting, and basically the case is this is a RTX 3080 build, and it's an NZXT H710i. It's a white one. It's basically the same as the other one, except the color is different. And the GPU is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Zotac Trinity. And the CPU is an Intel Core i9 10900K, 10 core at 3.7 gigahertz. The cooling system is an NZXT Kraken Z63 with LCD display. The motherboard is an Asus ROG Strix Z590 e-gaming Wi-Fi. The RAM is G.Skill Trident Z Royal RGB at 32 gigs, 3600 megahertz at the max speed. So the SSD is a Western Digital SN550 at 1 terabyte, and last but not least, the power supply is an NZXT C1000 Gold. And basically, this bad boy runs at about $3,300. And trust me when I tell you, I salivate every single time I look at this or other builds like it. But there's always that stop sign that always keeps on stopping me and saying, hey, this money is no joke. So, but basically, these are the two builds that I'm thinking about getting. And you guys can let me know what you think down in the comments section. And I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And for those of you guys that are intimidated by trying mouse and keyboard, trust me when I tell you, and I'm 36, okay? I'm older than a lot of you guys out there. And if you're younger, you're probably going to learn even faster and adapt even faster, granted you put in the time into it. But don't ever be intimidated. Have fun with it, enjoy it, and it actually makes first-person shooters that much more addictive because of the amount of control you have. But anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.